This is project 3A for Word. I'm in chapter 3 in the Go book on page 239. And the first thing we need to do is open the document Quantitative Technology. So let's go to our File tab, open, Computer, and we want to go to Desktop. And we want to go to CSC 110 and W3, and the file we want is Quantitative Technology. There it is. So open that up. And we're going to save it. And we go back to the same folder, but we're going to put our first and last name, or last name and first name, on the front of it. And then number 2, we want to do Control A. Select the entire document. And we're going to change the spacing to double spacing and the space after to 0. So line spacing is on the Home tab in the paragraph group. And we want to set it to double spacing. And then we want to set the space after, which is on the page layout tab. And currently it's 8 points. We want to change it to 0 points. So the space between paragraphs is the same as the space between lines. Now I want to do Control Home, go to the top of the document, press Enter, and go back up. And I'm going to type in a little bit of heading information here. We're doing a term paper. Okay, and then we're going to do Control E, which is the keyboard shortcut to center that line. That's the title of our document. And then we want to save, so you need to do a Control S, or click on the floppy disk icon up here. And now we want to go to the Insert tab. And on the Insert tab, we want to click on Header. And then we want to click on Edit Header down at the bottom of the list here. And what we're going to put at the top is the student's name and a space, and then we're going to insert page numbers, and that's on our header and footer tools here. And we've got a number of options here. Usually I just do the plain number 1. So then we want to right align that. You can either go back to the Home tab here and click on the alignment button, or you can just do a Control R, which is the keyboard shortcut for that. Now we want to go to page 1, and notice this is all grayed out while I'm in the header and footer tools. As soon as I double click down here, the header and footer tools go away, and now I'm down in the document, and I want to find the paragraph that begins "Many of us," and want to be at the beginning of the paragraph, and then I want to scroll to the end of the document, and while holding the Shift key down, and I can just bounce the page down here real quickly while holding the Shift key down and select all of that. So basically I want to format everything except those first few lines with the title and the other information at the top. And now what I want to do is I want to go to the paragraph dialog box launcher, this little button down here, and it opens the paragraph dialog box, and I want to make sure the first line in this indentation group right here, first line, I want to be 0.5, and that's the default. Okay, and then do a Control Home, and that goes to the top of the document. Whoops, I got to click on OK first, and then do a Control Home. It'll take me to the top of the document and deselect the text. And now I want to go to the footer and put the file name in like we always do with the assignments in this textbook. So let's go to Insert here, and let's go to Footer. We want to edit the footer, and we're going to put the file name from the document info, and then we're going to close the header and footer, and we're going to save the document. And now we're on page 241, actually flipping over to page 242. Go to the upper portion of page 2. Okay, here is page 2, and I'm on the top part of it now. And I want to find the paragraph that begins accurate records, which is this one right here. And in the third line, I want to go to the right of after the word infancy, which is right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert a footnote here. So we're going to go to our References tab and insert footnote. And it automatically puts a superscript. We scrolled away from it, but there's the superscript. And then it jumps down to the bottom of the page where we can type in the footnote. And I'm going to pause the video and type that in. Okay, I've got that typed in. And now we want to go to the Home tab. And our font size is 10, and it looks like the line spacing is single, or maybe 1.15 single spacing. And it's not the same as the document. And I'm not going to do anything about that, though. We're going to leave it for now. Scroll to the top of page 1, and then go to the paragraph that begins "Many of Us." And we want to go to the end of the paragraph and click after the word "time" right here. And then we're going to insert another footnote. That's on the References tab, and insert footnote. And again, I'm going to pause while I type. Okay, I've got that typed in, and I think the reason they had us do this on page 1 after doing the one on page 2 is to show you how Word will automatically renumber the footnotes. This is now footnote number 1, and if I go to the bottom of page 2 here, that's been footnote number 2. So that's a nice thing Word does for you. You don't have to necessarily put them in order from the top of the document to the bottom. Okay, now we want to go to the bottom of page 1, and we want to go to the footnote that we just typed, and we want to right click, and we want to choose style, I believe. And we want to modify the footnote style. Okay. Style is a collection of formatting attributes, and they're given a name. And there is a style for footnotes, and we're going to modify it. We're going to change the font size to the same size as the text in the document, and we are also going to click on Format down here and go to Paragraph, and we're going to change the first line indent to 1/2 inch like the rest of the document. And we're going to double space. I know you double space footnotes, but that's what we're going to do. And now we're going to click on OK, and we're going to click on Apply, and that closes the dialog box. And now our footnotes are indented and double spaced, and they're 11 points. Okay, and they tell us to scroll down the bottom of page 2 and make sure that that also got changed, and it did because they're both using the same style. Okay, save our document. Now let's go to the top of page 245. We're going to add a citation. And I want to go to the middle of page 2 again, which is somewhere in here. And I want to go to the accurate records paragraph. And I want to go to the end of the quotation mark. And we're going to insert a reference here. So we want to go to, we'll choose MLA if it's not already chosen, and it already happens to be chosen. We do have a bunch of choices. I think APA and MLA are probably by far the most common styles for documenting a paper. What we want to do now is we want to insert a citation, and we don't have any sources yet, so we're going to do a new source. And then under type of source, we want to choose book, which is already chosen for us. And then we want to add the following information. And again, I'm going to pause the video. Okay, now I've typed in the information on the middle of page 245, and we're ready to click on OK. And it puts the citation there. And we're at the end of that activity, so we'll click on Save, and now on the top of page 246, Editing Citations. And let's go down here and click on this, and you get a little down arrow that appears, and we get some options here. We're going to edit the citation, and we're allowed to put in a page number, and we're going to type in page 5, and then we're going to click on OK. And then we're going to do a control end to move to the end of the document, and click after the letter E in disease right here, but before the period. And we're going to do another citation, so let's go back up here and click on Insert Citation. This is another source. We're going to click on Add New Source. Notice how the ones we've already done, though, are going to be listed here for us, so it's really easy to do new ones from the same source. And click the type of source arrow, and this is also a book. And again, I'm going to pause and type in the information. Okay, that's the information that we need, and we want to click on OK. And again, we're going to click on this, and we're going to edit this citation as well, and we're going to put in page 28, and then click on OK. And we want to go to our References tab and click on Manage Sources, and now we should be seeing what's at the top of page 247. I've got some old stuff here on the left that really won't be on your computer, but you can look over here, and this should show you the current sources that we're using. And we're going to click on Close, and the next thing we do is add a citation for a website. So we're going to go lower portion of page 2, which would be right in here somewhere. And in the paragraph that begins, doctors have long, and in the third line, we want to go after the S in states, but before the period. And we're going to put in another citation. So go to Insert Citation. This is yet another new source. And this type is website, so we're going to have to scroll down here, and there's more options, and there we go. And again, I will pause and type in the information for this citation. And that's the information for creating this website source. Click on OK, and click on Save, and now we're on activity 3.08 on the top of page 248. And we want to do Control End to go to the end of the document, and we want to do a Control Enter. I'm going to put a blank line in first, and then do a Control Enter, which is the keyboard shortcut for inserting a page break, which forces us to the top of a new page. And I want to go to the Home tab, and I want to go to the paragraph group. I want to go to the dialog box launcher down here, and I want to go to indentation and choose none for this, so none, and click on OK. And that's how to do a page break. Now we're in activity 3.09, creating a reference page. And that is on page, the bottom of page 248. And I want to go to page 4, which is where I am right now, and type works cited. And press enter, and then we're going to insert a bibliography. So go to References and Bibliography, and it doesn't say insert, oh it does too down here, insert bibliography. And check out our references here. Notice if you click on this, the whole thing turns gray. That's Word's way of telling you that you didn't type that in, but it was something that Word computed for you. And I want to go to this first one here and select all three references. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, change the line spacing to 2. You can also just do a Control 2 there. And okay, I want to select all of it. There we go. I did not have it selected. It was just gray to indicate that it was something that Word had done. So let's try that again. Let's make it all 2. And then let's go to page layout, and spacing after should be 0. And now at the top of page 4, click anywhere in Works Cited, and we want to do Control E to center it. And now we can save our document. And we're up to about 16 minutes for this video, so that takes us up to the beginning of activity 310 on page 249. And so we'll stop there and we'll continue there with the next video.